So we challenged our team about this is going to be all about energy, and at this time in the season in February, it's so much about digging into those reserves and pulling from every ounce of toughness and just that type of energy that you need, because nobody's really 100%. I know we're banged up a little bit. I know they're banged up a little bit. And coming back from South Florida on Wednesday, long road trip back, was very concerned about playing Rice because of all their movement, their actions, and how you have to be so alert all the time. And give Rice credit. I mean, they're one of the toughest covers. Just the way that they play, it's so unique, and the way that they can shoot it, drive it, and then how Fiedler orchestrates everything. But I'm really proud of our team for sticking with it, finding a way. We didn't defend great, but to see 20 assists and 5 turnovers is a real big thing for us. So really proud of our guys.
Coach, talk about the game PJ had.
He was sensational. You know, you think of all the different types of words that you can use, but I thought he played a really, really just poised game. Early on, and we had talked about this, orchestrated some action and got guys involved, and then he was just very selective, intentional about picking his spots. Late, when we lost the lead, we put him in some actions. He made some really good decisions. But he played 41 minutes, and he just kept going. And I think, again, the stat of having 6 assists and 1 turnovers, I know people will look at the 30 points, but the impact that he had on the game, the 10 rebounds, all those types of things, making clutch free throws, he just played an overall great game today.
Just the fact that he makes everyone else on the court better when he's out there, as exemplified by he's only out a couple minutes, but during that time, that was when Rice probably had its best stretch of the game.
Yeah, we've talked since the summer about how we define certain things. Like we defined our goal is becoming the best version of us in February and March, of just continuing an ascent. Also, we define a great player is not putting numbers on points and rebounds and assists and things like that, but we define it as the best players in the world, the best players are able to make the people around them better. And PJ absolutely did that today.
During the losing streak, your three-point shooting disappeared. Today, it reappeared. Anything you can attribute that to?
And maybe the law of averages, I don't know. I mean, I think there was, yes, I think in that stretch, and you give credit to the teams that we played some unique defensive teams. Teams that do things a little bit differently than some of the teams we played. And being able to figure that out, even though you do prep and you do scout team, and you never do it as well as another team does it. And we had really reinforced in video when we got back on Thursday, and in practice and shooting, and just how we needed to take care of the basketball, but we really needed to provide energy to one another, and the ball has energy. We needed to move it better. We needed to share it better. We needed to make each other better by getting each other better shots. And I thought they did that today.
Of course, Isaiah Barnes was a big part of that resurgence beyond the arc. 4 out of 5.
And he made a big one in overtime. You know, we get the ball to end it. We get a little bit of action. Didn't get the shot that we wanted. And so many times you can go into that huddle and be like, oh, just deflated. And we just talked immediately about the importance of energy. And we come out, we run an action, and Isaiah hits that first 3. And that's, you can talk all the time about, hey, we want to be rooted in our defense and let all energy come from that. But you get a boost when you make a really good executed play and knock down the shot. So I thought Isaiah was really good today.
Speaking of overtime, besides hitting that opening 3, what was the key? Because it was a game where no one really had much of a run all day.
We were able,
overtime.
Yeah, and we were able to string together some stops, and that was so important. And that's what we talked about, that we needed to keep playing clean offense by taking care of the basketball. That was huge. But then, because they do, they take care of it also. I mean, you look at them. I mean, they only turned it over 9 times, which is in a 45-minute game, pretty good. But we were able to string it together just enough stops and keep the ball alive. Fiedler is such just a presence around the basket with his offensive rebounding. We were able to play a little bit of volleyball and just keep popping it, and then it came to us a few times, and then we were able to execute on the other end.
I know all wins are big, but how big was, considering you had the losing streak and it's getting late in the season, how big was it to get a win today?
Well, I think it says a lot about our group and the resiliency of them. This has been a long week. I mean, we played Sunday, then we go on the road on Wednesday, a long trip, and then we come back. And these guys really went out and earned it with their preparation and their focus. And so that says a lot about a group that's going through this, many of them for the first time in this type of length of a college basketball season. So I'm just really proud of them, Barry, for their grit that they showed, because Rice is a really good team. They won their last 3 games on the road, and we had all that we could handle, but they found a way together. Thank you.